how do I improve a poor credit rating? Well, I've got a whole series of tips around this, but I think the place to start is just checking out your credit file or your credit history to see where you stand. So if you found out or discovered that you've got a poor credit rating, what you want to know is, how bad is it? Is it really just mild, or is it a really big problem? Now, the next thing to do is make sure it's fair and accurate. If you haven't, if you may not be aware that sometimes someone puts something on your credit file, which is actually just unfair because you've been, you've made an arrangement with them, or they haven't provided you with the service, and they've basically told the credit providers that you're not a good risk. So you can do something about that. You can push back and make sure that those things that are on your file are only the fair things. Make sure you've got a really good relationship with your bank. You can go into your local branch or go to your local business banker and make sure that you've got a good, sensible record with them, and that you aren't just shopping around over banks all the time and chopping and changing. Strangely enough, not having any credit history, like a credit card, doesn't actually make you any more creditworthy. In fact, what it can do is show that you don't have a history of paying things off. Sometimes having the history on file of paying things off over time and on time makes sure that you have that history when you need to go and borrow funds. But the flip side of that is also true. Don't apply for too many credit cards, because it can be a sign that you're maybe a bit financially desperate. Make sure you pay them off on time as well. Any loans, anything that you've got out with banks or institutions, make sure that you've paid things on time. What we're trying to do here is demonstrate that you have really reliable bill paying in general, making sure that you don't have too many defaults, or that you haven't skipped paying things over and over again. And make sure that you've got lots of different types of loans, or that the debt is spread across a variety of uses, not just a massive loan for, say, a car or something, but that it's used for building assets that are able to be on sold, like a house, a mortgage for a house. And just make sure that you're not changing what's happening too frequently in your life. The more you shift around, the more you change your house, the more you change your job, the more you change your car, all of that starts to look a little bit on file like you haven't got the consistency or the stability that the banks are looking for. So all of those things, and it's not just banks, it can be other lenders as well, but all of those things will help you to bring your credit worthiness back into line. And then you might like to go to a consultant just to see if there's something else that you can do to pay things out that maybe aren't being paid out right now, and you might be experiencing some challenges. There's plenty of consultants around. There's plenty of, usually every government has an agency that does this as well, and they help you to make sure that you can bring your credit worthiness back into line, and that you can have the type of lifestyle that is commensurate with your income, and that you're being well looked after and you're looking after those people around you.